Živio, Heather Chavartuka, your Slovenian citizen diplomat. Introduction to Slovenia, Part 1. What is Slovenia? Let's find out. Okay, this is one of my favorite topics, introducing people to Slovenia. It is such an amazing country, but let's start with the basics. Where is it? I had no idea either, and I know that even with Melania Trump being the First Lady, a lot of people still haven't heard of it. When I met my husband online, I saw he was from a country with the abbreviation SLO. Where was that? I didn't even know what it stood for. Well, let me tell you, it is a small country in Central Europe. It's bounded on the west by Italy, on the north by Austria, kind of northwest is Hungary, and more toward the south is Croatia. Each of these countries has taken a bite out of Slovenia. It used to be twice the size it is today, but these countries have each taken a piece of it. So, ancestral history tip. If you're researching your ancestry and you have grandparents, great-grandparents who come from those countries, Italy, Austria, Croatia, or Hungary, and they live in the border close to Slovenia, or lived in the border close to Slovenia, check and see. You might actually have Slovenian heritage. What is the capital of Slovenia? It's Ljubljana. It's hard to say, yes. Ljubljana. They're very fond of multiple consonants being put together. You get used to it after a while, but Ljubljana, the airport code is LJU. Most likely, when you fly into Slovenia, you will fly in to Ljubljana, which is a great place to start exploring the country. You definitely want to go to the castle. I will tell you, one of the things I love about Slovenia is it's not super touristy. If you go to the castle, in fact, I had trouble in the gift shop finding an appropriate gift for my kids. There are a lot of castles in Slovenia, so if you don't find the appropriate gift in the gift shop, don't worry, there are plenty more. But the point is, it's not that super touristy, which is what makes it such a great country to visit. Well, that's one of the reasons. So, Ljubljana. Go to Ljubljana, enjoy Old Town, which is only for pedestrians. You have to park outside Old Town. And it's just great to walk around, see the architecture, take the boat ride, go up to the castle and enjoy the shops, the kava, the coffee, sladoled, ice cream, which is much, much better than what we get here in the United States. Go enjoy all of that, but then get outside of Ljubljana. Slovenia is part of the Julian Alps. So if you go to Mount Triglav or Socha Valley is where part of Narnia was filmed, you will have these amazing, breathtaking views. You know what though? It doesn't matter where you go in Slovenia. You have great views everywhere. One of my favorite pictures is through the window of the bathroom at a farm. You get great views everywhere. This country is so special, and everyone who goes there will tell you it's amazingly beautiful. What's another feature of the country? The people are great hosts. They are terrific hosts. Okay, it's a little bit of a problem. I don't drink a lot. So when my wine glass gets half empty, they fill it back up. And I'd say, no, they fill it up anyway. So I think, okay, let me hurry up and just drink this and just be done with it. That doesn't work either. They just fill it up again. Same thing with food. Amazing host. I know in the South we think we are the hospitality kings and queens. We are nothing compared to Slovenians. They always have food ready for guests, and they will give you the best treatment. Okay, but how are you going to interact with these people? Do they speak English? Okay, good question. The official language of Slovenia is Slovenia. There are co-official languages of Italian and Hungarian. Now, Slovenia is such a small country, they have to learn other languages, including English, but even though they're going to learn these languages in school, the average Slovenian, in my personal opinion, personal experience that is, they're not using these languages like English on a daily basis. So if you run into the average person in the supermarket and you're asking for help finding toothpaste, they probably can't help you, because either they will be too shy to try or they really won't understand. So be aware that getting a good phrase book is important. You have to learn some basic phrases. However, keep in mind, when you're in the bigger cities like Ljubljana, you're going to be dealing with people who are used to dealing with tourists, and they will most likely speak English. Just be aware that if you get stranded on the side of the road and you're trying to get help from somebody, they might not understand you. I don't say that to scare you, just be prepared. They also speak a lot of German, so if you speak German fluently, you're in good shape. They have German TVs, a lot of German influence. In fact, my husband's hometown was named a German name until about the mid-20th century. And it's only recently had its current name. So if you know German, good job. I think you'll do really well there. But you're fine. You will be able to get around. Just know some basic phrases. You can get a Slovenian phrase book. I do have affiliate links in the description below. Of course, I may make a commission if you click on the link, and that will be at no extra cost to you. Alright, so we know that the language is Slovenian. They speak some English, maybe not a ton unless they are merchants dealing with tourists all the time. We know that anywhere in Slovenia has a great view. We know that you definitely want to make it out to the Julian Alps and get the best views. And we know the capital is Ljubljana, where you probably want to start your trip. But question, where should you fly into Slovenia? Well, let's assume you're flying in. You may begin your European trip in Italy or Croatia or Austria, and maybe you drive into Slovenia. That's fine. But if you're flying in, let me make a few suggestions. Fly into Ljubljana, you're already there. If you are going to be touring Austria, you could fly into Klagenfurt and quickly, in about 20 minutes, drive into Slovenia. You'll still have to drive away to get to a major town, but you'll be in Slovenia enjoying all the amazing views. You might also fly into Trieste, Italy, which also used to be part of Slovenia, and then you can go into Pirin and enjoy the limited beaches that Slovenia has. They don't have a ton of seaside turf, but they do have some. Definitely check it out. All right, last point about our initial introduction to Slovenia, the weather. What's the weather like? Okay, it is cold in the winter. You northerners will appreciate it, you'll understand it. Southerners would probably be aghast at how it starts to get cold in September and it's April or May and it's still really cold. In fact, I will tell you, if you go there in June, bring a jacket. If it rains in June, the temperature will drop. It might get down to 50 degrees, especially if you have kids with you. Be sure to bring a jacket and be prepared. By July, it's just going to be warm. If it gets hot, very few people have air conditioning. One pro tip, if you're in Celje, go to the Hop Inn in the Old Town Center of Celje. They have air conditioning and you can sit while you eat. Hop Inn is like a convenience store without the gas station attached. It's great. Okay, so there you have it. The weather is pretty much awesome in the summer. Can get a little hot, can still be chilly in June. Personally, I enjoy all these things. The web language is Slovenian. They speak some English. Get a Slovenian phrase book though. And be sure to enjoy the Julian Alps. You've got to go out there and see this amazing scenery. I also have some affiliate links for an eco-tourist resort as well out there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. If you've been to Slovenia, tell me what your favorite parts are in the comments below. Until next time, adio.